Got an ad starting in a few minutes. Got noise in the background, but excuse me, it is what it is. Let's see, activate source. Good, and then profile. Good. Got that going. Figured works. Go into that thing. Go to Jason's thing. Jason, I'm gonna download this now, bro. Slacking. Okay, I'll grab shutdown. Let's get this show on the road. All right, let's go to all shutdown. So production, sound bank, stems. Nine. All righty, let's hop in here. Let's hop into this thing. Yo, what up? This is your boy Super Daddy Diode, and I hope anybody who's listening is out there doing well, because this is that thing we call Let Me DNB. It didn't work. It never works the first time. Don't know why. I wonder if I go to use it. Let's go. Let's try it again. Work. Go to build. Build and streaming still. All right, so it does work that way. All right, cool. Let's try that again. Yo, it's your boy Super Daddy Diode on that thing we call Let Me DNB. It is Saturday morning, a little late versus where I wanted to start, but it is what it is. I got kind of a different setup here in the studio. I put my monitors, instead of having one off to the side, I put one up top. So you'll be seeing me look up and down from time to time. It's bizarre for me right now. Actually, I don't like it at all. I might switch it up, but we'll try it out for a bit. I get some of my desk space back because it's a small desk, a small area, but we'll give it a shot. It is Saturday, and go to the live here. It is Saturday, and I'm gonna be doing this thing. Let me DNB. And we are going to be here just working on a collab. Just really going to focus on what it means to collaborate with somebody and how you can get it to work. I'll be working in Ableton and just really starting something fresh, something new versus STEM. So collaborations are huge. I said this year I want to collaborate with as many people as I can. I have a problem though, in which my ADD kind of takes over at times. So sometimes you just want to get in there and just work on an idea, and sometimes it's just an idea for yourself. But there are times where you're already committed to a collab, and you gotta show your compadres the respect to work on the tune. So I have a lot of collabs in the works, and I'll be starting them sporadically. Really, no rhyme or reason as to how I begin them. But maybe just the feeling. And right now I got a feeling to work on this particular track. Working with people can be kind of tough at times, because you don't want to you don't want to take their stems and remix it and make it a whole new track unless that's what it needs. So you kind of got to work with what you feel is within your range of your skills and your style to mesh with theirs. Now, are you going to be a drum and bass producer who's going to be collabing with a say a hip hop producer? Yeah, you could, but you got to understand: are you making his music or their kind of music, or are you making yours? And you got to kind of find a balance between them. And so far, I've had some pretty decent success. I got a collab in the works right now with Bad Syntax for Reals and Knox. And so it's 4 of us on a track, which is hard because like we were like, how are we going to do this? So each of us began a track in our own style, and then we gave it to the next producer to work on, and they would just build up from that. At the end of it, it's tough. So if you're the last one in the run, really you're adding some of your own elements, but the track is pretty much written by then. Which is super interesting because then it kind of gives you the opportunity to practice on a different part of the sound design process or the production process. Which when you're starting off a track, you can start with the drop, the build up, and then you hand it off to the next guy, and then he might work on the intro, add some musical elements, and then the next guy will add some effects and some arrangement, and then the final guy will add some finishing touches, like little effects here and there, risers, switches, Foleys, not full changes of phrases, because by then the track really should be put together by the last guy if you're going to do it in that route. Now, can you go back and give it to somebody else and they want to change something up? You can, but this brings up another topic, is that sometimes you got to finish your tracks, no matter what. Because if you just have music out there that it's constantly being worked on and never completed, what's the point, man? What's the point of producing if you're not going to finish your track? If you're not gonna go in there and complete a sound, bro, like why? You might as well take a moment, take your time, get it to a good point, and call it a day on the track at some point. You got to move on. There's people who get stuck in like a 4-bar loop for 5 years, you know, like, dude, you gotta let that one go. There are some things you just got to let go. If it didn't work to the point where you're satisfied enough, then it's probably not going to work. It's just like freaking Iran trying to build nuclear weapons for over 40 years. They're always 2 weeks away. Guess what? They probably can't do it. If they're always 2 weeks away and they never get one done, it's probably never going to get done. So what's the big deal? Move on, you know? And that's how it is with this one. If you can't build, you know, if you can't build the nuke, that fucking drop that smashes, you know, and you can't figure it out, and maybe it's not going to work, you know, and that's okay. You just got to take the skills that you've learned to get to that point, apply them to a new track. Why stress yourself out with any other way? So that's where I'm at now. I'm going to be working on this track. This is going to be NBC9 and Diodes shut down. So let's hop right into that DAW, kid. What the heck is going on here? Huh. That's bizarre. Like a green block. Well. I don't know why it would do that. Vertical, I don't need builds. What is going on? You know what? I've been moving this like crazy. I guess we're not gonna. I'll be back. I'll try this again in 2 minutes. Put a live. Can I pause the stream? There, you know what it is? Gotta be this thing. Oh, my output's there. Oh, there it goes. Hopefully nothing else turned off. Let's see here. Let's leave this here. Just disconnected a bit. That's bizarre. Make sure we're still live on this. On that. Ah, there we go. Yep, it's still good. We're still good. Good. All right, so back into this. This thing was acting up. All right, so got me to sweat a bit there. I was like, what is going on right now? I'm gonna put on this fan. It's dead. Yeah, I'll put this to charge now. All right, so we got this track. This is gonna be, I'm just gonna load this up. I know it's at 174 and in G major. So upper left hand side here, change your BPMs in Ableton. I act like I know what I'm doing in Ableton. And use your tab to switch over to this screen here. Keyboard is, there you goes. There he goes. All right, let's go ahead and go into I'm gonna add a folder actually and go into a recent one, which is NBC9 shutdown. Take this here. I'm gonna go ahead and open up all of these things. So I'm going to choose my drums first. I'm going to take off warp because I find that and I'm going to bring it to the beginning. All right, cool. So he's already set this up pretty good. This is my support drums. There's got to be a better way to bring all this stuff in, but I'm just gonna go ahead and in post I'll take this here and I will make sure it's all right. Take off the warp on that one. Kind of hear it in the microphone, so we'll turn it down. Bring this over there, take off the warp. I got some phasing in these hats. Why? Oh no, it's not. It's just a weird hat. Okay. Rides and snares. Again. It doesn't actually read the whole thing at once. That's weird. So bizarre. Okay. I'm not a fan of this thing. Or this one. Okay. Let's keep the loop on here. Main bass line. Can I just shift and drag everything? I suppose I can, right? Oh, hold shift. Where's it? Control Command U. That's how you do it. Take the main bass, take the warp off. There, bring this all the way over. Like that. Let's go with this. It's got a separate sub in here, which is great. The warp off. Like when I heard this one, I was just like, I want to make it a little bit more, a bit more neuro-y than dance floor-y. Warp off. That's weird. It feels like it should be a little bit off, but anyways, I'll leave it in there for now, and then I'll organize everything. So, does it shift you? Or command? Or no, it's option. Hold option and scroll. And then you'll be able to make these a little bit smaller so you can see more. See more butts. Yeah, I do like working with other producers on sounds, because like it just builds your skill, man. And why not build that skill? This one's gonna be a shutdown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the run. I just let it play. I just let the loop drop, and then I'll load stuff in here. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Oh, there's nothing in the intro. Good. It gives me an opportunity to write some stuff. It's funny because you can tell this whole thing is like off, and I can't. I know this one's completely off. So it's over. No, it's not that one. It's this one. Nope, it's this one. It's the green one, guys. All right, cool. I think we're pretty much in a good place. Nothing going on here, so let's leave these drums gone. Nothing going on with the support drums. Let's leave these hats out of here. Nothing going on with the hats. And I can already kind of feel like I'll let this play actually. So we got our, I know that this one here is the breaks.
Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown.
Interesting. How am I gonna mix that one? It's a dope drum. But there's some phasing kind of here, and I'll end up taking that one off. I'll do something here. So this is back drum loop.
Here's the rundown.
Okay, so these are just some open hats. So here. This is phased hats, which I can't play this on the drop for my taste. Yeah, I like that. I kind of wish the ride was separate, but I'm gonna take this drum loop, bring it over here.
Here's the rundown. This one's gonna. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the run.
I think this is someone put this with the main bass here. This is like a stab. Stab. It's hard. It's hard because I got this mic here. I don't have a mic. I gotta get a new mic stand, but I've got my my keyboard here is kind of in the freaking way. Anyways, whatever. So that's good. It's my stab. Let's do my Reese.
Rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one. Here's the rundown. Here's the rundown. This one.
Call this one like wobble. Wobble.
Be a shutdown. Here's the run. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna.
I'll put this one here. Sub, I'll just put the sub on its own. I might even do my own sound, but this is vocal low build. Low build.
Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This
box. Hi. And then this one is.
Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. 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 Shutdown.
All right, so it's like a whole build. It's gonna be tough when I put that with the FX, I guess, right?
Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown.
Okay, now let's organize this. I'm gonna go ahead and just going to, for now, I'm gonna group these as Control G as tops, and then do tops. Keep my kick snare alone for now. I'm going to group all these as the bass. And rename this one to bass. It's already red. I like it all red. Assign track color. Yep, it's all good. And these are, I guess we can call them synths for now. R and synths. I color my synths pink because they got to be pretty. Assign track color for group. Vocal. Alrighty. Vocals, and I'll do this one now as effects.
Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. 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 This one's gonna be a shutdown. 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 This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. 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 This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just group this into Control G to drums. To drums. I'm gonna group this kick snare as a kick snare, KS, because I might just split up the kick snare. And eventually, not right now though, because I like. Oh, there's actually some hats in there too.
Be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shutdown. 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 This one's gonna be a
All right, let's do some diode stuff to this, I guess, right? Go ahead and I do Control Command U. Is it Shift U? Yeah. U. How do you make them all the same? Shift U. Shift U. I'm just manually opening each one, I guess, because I don't know how to do it. Let's see here. How do you freaking set it up so they're all the same? Says click to select the track, choose rename, the menu, choose delete, a track, drag this track above, below another. Full track in and out. I don't know. I'm gonna make them all the same size. Just make them all like that for now. Almost the same. There you go. And we'll go like that, like that. Tops go like that. That group this. And open this one twice. Same with these. Gotta be an easier way to like do all this. I'm not too familiar with it.
Here's the rundown, this one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown, this one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown, this one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown, this one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown, this one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown, this one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown, this one's gonna be a shutdown. Here's the rundown, this one's gonna be a shutdown. Shutdown, 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 shutdown. This one's gonna be a shutdown.
All right, so now I got this kind of organized so I can go ahead and work on what I consider an idea. So I'm just going to duplicate this one, and I'm going to go ahead and mute. Actually, I'm just going to turn this one completely off with hitting 0. I don't change the original, but I will. Because I want neuro. This is in a key that I really like as well. This is the part of the production where it slows down, but I wish I can control them all, but you can't. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Be a shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the rundown. Shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's.
I'll do just go like that.
Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the rundown. This one's gonna be a shot down. Here's the.
I think I'm going to do my own bass line in this one. So let's go ahead and insert audio track. No, insert MIDI track would be Shift Command T. I need to learn these things. It's going to be easier. MIDI right here. Load up a Serum synth, Serum 2. Is it? I thought it was yeah. Okay. All right, so let's go here. Take this whole shebangle and make it into a MIDI clip. Actually, let me take it off. Backspace, go up one. And let's make a sound. Let's go ahead and make a new sound here. It's gonna be pretty much a simple sound if I can. Let's see if we can do it. Bring it down 2 octaves. If I can find a digital. P from B. with that one nice and tight. Let's go ahead with a comb filter. Let's do comb plus. Up in there. That's interesting. All right, let's do a little pitch drop on the intro. See what we can do there. Yo, what's up, NBC9? I'm working on our track, just giving a first little thought on turning it into more of a diode neural tear out. I don't know how you feel about that. I want more of a stabby. Maybe I'll do that one like later. Save that one for now. And I think this one here, I'll have to take this and this and just duplicate it. And this here is go back to making the bass line, and we'll stick with it. Make this mono. This up. Now let's go ahead and start manipulating the sound. Let's find a Pro Q. You're not getting a great feed? I don't know, bro. Bro, what you up to today? Hanging out? Go ahead, Control G. Take this one and bring it to its own. And then open it up. With the opposite. Let's do low cut. But now I'll just manipulate this with thermal if I can. Or rift. Do I have rift here? Rift. Go rifty. It's too much tone in the actual bass sound.